Writing these words, I can't help but think back to the little boy I used to be, the one who prayed to God for a different life. He was hungry, afraid, and uncertain about what tomorrow would bring, but he was hopeful. That hope, though fragile at times, carried me through some of the darkest seasons of my life and shaped the man I've become. When I began this book, I didn't set out to write a simple memoir. My intention was never to recount my story, but to testify to the power and perseverance of faith. Life has knocked me down more times than I care to admit, and I've made my share of mistakes along the way. But through it all, one truth has remained constant. Growth is possible. Transformation is possible. Grace is always within reach, even in our darkest moments. This book reflects the highs and lows of my life. It captures the innocence of childhood dreams and the painful reality of growing up in a world where love often felt conditional. It traces my journey from a young man chasing financial success, believing it would fix everything, to a husband, father, and believer in something far more significant than myself. I've worn many hats: son, truck driver, poker player, business owner, husband, father, and servant. Each role has taught me lessons, many of them hard-earned. I've experienced the thrill of success, the devastation of failure, and the peace of surrendering to God's plan. Every chapter in this book represents a turning point in my life, a moment when I faced a challenge and had to decide whether to rise or fall. What you'll find in these pages is not a perfect story, but a real one. It's a story about chasing dreams and falling short, rising from the ashes of failure, and discovering that success isn't defined by a paycheck or a title, but by the strength of your character and the depth of your love. It's about learning to see setbacks as stepping stones and finding purpose in the seemingly impossible struggles. I've also come to understand that success isn't just about what you build for yourself. It's about what you leave behind for others. This book is for my wife Rachel and my children, Gabriel and Iona, who remind me daily that family is the most precious gift. It's for the little boy I used to be, who dared to dream of a better life, and for the man I am today, who strives to live with integrity, love, and faith. But most importantly, this book is for you, the reader. Whether standing on the edge of your next great leap or crawling through a valley of hardship, I want you to know that you are not alone. If there's one thing my life has taught me, there's always hope. There's always a way forward, even when it feels impossible. The man or woman you prayed to become is within reach. One step, one prayer, and one act of faith at a time. As you turn these pages, I hope you'll see that life's most significant lessons often come wrapped in adversity. I hope you'll find encouragement in the rawness of my story and feel inspired to reflect on your journey with a renewed sense of purpose. I pray this book will remind you that failure isn't the end. It's an opportunity to rise, grow, and rebuild stronger than ever. If I could leave you with one thought, it would be this: life isn't happening to you, it's happening for you. Every challenge, triumph, and moment of uncertainty shapes you into the person you were meant to become. Embrace it, lean into it, and never stop fighting for the life you were created to live. This is my story. I hope it helps you reflect on and shape your own. With gratitude and faith, Dustin Bryan.